welcome back to our favorite podcast, The Magical World of Matilda. I'm Oa, joined by my two super cool hosts, Jordy and Ike.
Hey hello to all our listeners. Ready to dive into a world full of books and magic with Matilda?
Hi everyone, I'm really excited today, especially since we are discussing one of the most iconic characters in children's literature.
Absolutely. Today we are going to truly discuss the legendary novel by Roald Dahl, Matilda, who here used to read it late into the night.
Me? Even now, when I think of Matilda, I just want to borrow the book from the library again.
Same, it just has its own magical aura, doesn't it? Now, Oa, maybe we can start with a little introduction for listeners who might not be too familiar with Matilda.
Of course, so Matilda is the story of an extraordinarily bright and book-loving little girl who unfortunately has neglectful and selfish parents and super strict headmistress Miss Transpool. Matilda, with her intelligence and little help from her telekinetic abilities, eventually finds a way to fight injustice and help those around her.
It's the part about Matilda's parents that really grates on you. Mr. Wormwood, the car swindler, and Mrs. Wormwood, who only cares about Bingo and her looks. They are such a contrast to Matilda, who hungers for knowledge.
And let's not forget her brother, Michael, who just as indifferent. It feels like Matilda is all alone at home, but precisely because of that, she finds an escape in books. This is a great lesson for us how important reading is.
I totally agree, Ike. Now, speaking of characters that make our blood boil, who else but Miss Agatha Transpool, the most terrifying headmistress of all time?
Oh, Transpool. When I first read her description, I actually got chills. The scenes where she throws children, forces them to eat chocolate cake until they vomit, or swings Amanda Trip by her pigtails, it's absolutely insane.
Oh my goodness! The Amanda Trip scene is truly unforgettable. But it's Transpool's currently that makes us sympathy even more with Matilda and Miss Honey.
Now, let's talk about Miss Honey. She's Matilda's guardian angel, a kind, gentle teacher who sees the extraordinary potential within Matilda.
The relationship between Matilda and Miss Honey is one of the most beautiful things in this novel. Miss Honey, initially shy and lacking self-confidence, finds strength and happiness thanks to Matilda. And Matilda finally has an adult figure who loves and supports her.
Yes, it's an incredible chemistry. And the most touching part is when we learn about Miss Honey's tragic life, how she was robbed of her rights by Transpool. It makes us want Matilda to use her powers to help Miss Honey even more.
Exactly, and the climax is when Matilda finally used her telekinetic powers to fight Transpool and restore justice for Miss Honey. That's such an epic moment.
The scene in the classroom when Matilda moves to chalk and writes a message on the blackboard with the name Magnus, Miss Honey's father. It's both chilling and triumphant. It's like, yes, Matilda get you revenge.
And after that, Transpool's panic and escape are a victory for the readers. Roald Dahl truly excelled at making us feel a mix of emotions.
Now, speaking of Matilda's powers, what do you two think? Is it pure telekinesis or is there a symbolic meaning behind it?
For me, besides pure telekinesis, Matilda's power can also be interpreted as a metaphor for intelligence and the power of the mind. She can move obstacles, not just physical objects, but also the problems in front of her with her brilliant brain.
I agree, Jordy. And also, it shows that children, even though they are small, have great power if they are empowered and given the opportunity. Matilda proves that age is not a barrier to doing something great.
such interesting insights, and in the end, Matilda gives the family she dreams of with Miss Honey. A sweet and touching ending, isn't it?
Absolutely. A well-deserved happy ending after everything she went touched. Miss Honey becomes her mother, and they live happily in what was once Miss Honey's father's house.
Matilda finally gets to grow and thrive in a supportive environment that values her intelligence. This sends a message that every child deserves love and support.
So, to set it up, what are the main messages to away from Matilda?
For me, Matilda teaches us about the importance of education, the courage to fight injustice, and the power to love and support from those closest to us.
For me, Matilda shows that intelligence is the great superpower, and never underestimate children. They can change the world.
Excellent conclusions, both of you. The novel Matilda is truly more than just a children's story. It's full of life lessons relevant to all ages, from courage, intelligence, to the warmth of a found family.
That's why, if anyone hasn't read Matilda yet, go read it now. Or if you have revisited the story, you definitely won't regret it.
Exactly, and if you read it, can discuss it in the comment section or our social media. Share what you love most about Matilda.
Alright, Matilda Maniacs, thank you so much, Jordy and Ike, for today's exciting chat, and thank you also to all our loyal listeners of the Magical World of Matilda. See you in the next episode.
See ya!
Bye bye!